In this new series, we're going to be comparing PlayStation Plus and Xbox games with gold titles every month. Just to let you know, on the PlayStation side, we're only taking PS4 titles, no Vita or PS3 games in these comparisons. However, on the Xbox One side, we will be taking into account Xbox 360 games because they are playable through backwards compatibility. So with that being said, let's get right into this. First, we're going to be talking about the PlayStation Plus games. On the PlayStation 4, we've got Day of the Tentacle Remastered, which has an 84 on Metacritic and is a remaster of the old 1993 game. It's a cult classic and it fares just as well today as it did back then, a nice point-and-click adventure title that still feels modern enough to be enjoyable.
Time for me to save the world, I guess.
I thought I was free of Dr. Fred and those crazy Edisons forever. But now, I know that I must go back to the mansion. Well, what possible harm could one insane mutant tentacle do?
I feel like I could.
Next up, This War of Mine, The Little Ones, which has a 78 on Metacritic, and I honestly think that's pretty underrated. I'd say this is easily around an 85. The game originally came out on PC back in 2014, and it arrived on consoles earlier this year. It's a very unique survival game where you play as a group of civilians in a war-torn city, and you're tasked to survive. It's a dark and gritty game, and it goes for $30, so getting it for free is definitely nice. If you haven't played This War of Mine, there's no excuse to do so now. The Swindle is probably the weakest game on the Plus lineup. It's still fairly high rated, however at 73. It's a steampunk platforming action stealth game with a high level of difficulty. It's got a level of frustration, but it's also pretty rewarding. Finally, on Plus, we have Titan Souls, which was also rated a 73. With this one, I also think it's a bit underrated. It's a bit simple on the surface, but with the game's great boss fights, engaging and rewarding gameplay, it's a solid experience. Overall, the PlayStation Plus lineup is pretty good this month. There isn't a AAA heavy hitter. However, with This War of Mine and Day of the Tentacle Remaster, I'd say it's a fairly solid lineup if you're willing to give the games a chance. Now let's talk about the Xbox One titles. First up, we've got World of Van Helsing Death Trap, which is a very recent release. It came out back on December 29th. There's no reviews on it yet on Metacritic. On the Xbox Store, it is rated at 3.4 stars, which is okay. It's a tower defense game with RPG mechanics, and whenever you get a recent release for free, you can't complain too much. Killer Instinct Season 2 Ultra Edition will be available as a free download beginning on January 16th. It's got an 85 on Metacritic, and while Killer Instinct is a free game, Season 2 will unlock extra characters, more stages, etc. And while this is nice if you're a fan of fighting games, you've probably already picked it up. However, considering it does have a $40 MSRP, it's definitely a pretty good addition.
Still left standing. Rock steady, my heart set, final jump. The trailblazer continue.
Next up, we've got The Cave, which is an Xbox 360 downloadable title, but it's available on Xbox One through backwards compatibility. It's got a 70 on Metacritic, and it's an adventure platformer, and this is probably the weakest game on the Games with Gold lineup. I can easily see people skipping this one altogether, but it might be a nice playthrough if you're bored. Finally, probably the best game on either lineup, Xbox One users will be getting the critically acclaimed platformer Rayman Origins, which has an 87 on Metacritic. It's very visually appealing, the platforming is great, and while it is an Xbox 360 game, as always, One users will be able to play it thanks to backwards compatibility. This is a game that probably at this point has been a bit forgotten. However, if you're a fan of platformers, Rayman Origins is absolutely a must-play. Definitely check it out.
While in the midst of all kinds of stupidity, Rayman makes a troubling encounter. He discovers his double, his blood brother, his id. Soon enough, they are sharing their conception of life in polite society, their taste in music, dance, and the arts in general. And thus, a friendship grew to legend, and a legend.
Overall, the Xbox One lineup is a bit weaker than previous months. Still, with the new game and world of Van Helsing Death Trap and the excellent Rayman Origins, I'd say it's pretty good altogether. So which console has the better lineup this month? Well, honestly, it's very close. The highest rated game on Plus is Day of the Tentacle Remastered, while on Games with Gold, it's Rayman Origins. I would give Rayman the slight edge on that. Killer Instinct Season 2 is nice, but this War of Mine is an underrated gem that I think is a fantastic addition. The Cave and The Swindle are about equal, and then you've got Titan Souls and World of Van Helsing Death Trap, which you have to give the edge to the latter just because of how recent of a release it is. Final say is that Xbox Games with Gold has a very slight lead this month, but you can really make an argument either way. What do you think? Think PlayStation Plus has the better offerings, or are you in agreement with me and think that Xbox Games with Gold have the slight edge? Which of these games are you planning to check out? Comment your thoughts down below. As always, thank you for watching and goodbye.